I'm on the Careers Development Professional Apprenticeship. Purely because the job that I do at the moment, I'm pretty much doing the course of the level 6 role, but I don't necessarily have any qualifications for it, so I wanted to obviously hone in on the skills that I need for my job and actually be able to do it obviously much better. It's local, so it only takes like an hour and a half to get here. It was the apprenticeship route that really fascinated me, because I thought with this one I at least get some in-person teaching and some of the actual doing it on my own, and actually having a tutor that obviously helps you as well. Really great. Aggie is amazing. Like, she's worked in the same sector as me, so whenever I reach out and I'm like, oh my god, I don't know what to do on this assignment, help. She's always like, yeah, look, let's have a think, let me have a look through it, I'll give you some formative feedback. So they really are like great, the team. Yeah, I find them really helpful. I think it's probably difficult getting back into academia because I finished university in when I was 21. So it's been a long gap because I'm like 35. So I do really enjoy them, because sometimes it's obviously good to actually listen to somebody giving that actual teaching rather than reading it from a book. Not necessarily my way is always the right way, so it's just good to obviously share practice and get ideas from others. Yeah, so probably not as much so at the minute, because we're doing more of the they're not the practical units. So this today is the actual teaching unit where it'll be actually doing interviewing. But I have been using some of the things to actually question clients around, is this really what you kind of want to do for the future? Is this what you need to do? So it has made me question my practice and think about, oh, well, is this the right thing for the person? Because I know I definitely had gaps, so this is part of the reason I came on the course, because I knew that I had the knowledge in what I did, but I didn't necessarily always feel competent in what I did. Initially I didn't find it too bad, and then the units became a little bit more intense, and then I've struggled a little more to obviously, I do try and get myself away from work once a week to do the off-the-job training at the minute, because it's more assignment writing, but I have struggled on occasions to balance it. Occasionally has become overwhelming, but I've kind of reached out to Aggie and just said, look, I'm kind of struggling with this, and she's just given some practical advice. I used Kel, I think it was for my first assignment, I can't remember what it was, is it actually in Kel, I think, where they helped me with the referencing, because obviously it's been a while, so I was like, well, make sure I'm doing this right. And I was struggling with word count. Probably the previous unit, so unit 3, we did all about career theory models. So it was all about learning about how people make career decisions, so whether that might be social learning theory, so people learn from those that are around them, and that kind of shapes the career that they want to take. And I was finding that quite interesting, because it made me reflect on when I work with clients, there are students that are very much like, oh well, I want to be a doctor, and it's very much because mum and dad are a doctor, so is that necessarily the route they want to take? And that made me kind of think, well, that's really useful for like using in practice. I say with an apprenticeship, as long as your employer's on board and they're willing to give you that off-the-job training, then it's definitely achievable. An apprenticeship, I would say, is a much better route than doing, definitely for this qualification, than doing it direct, because when we actually fit doing the actual work, and I know people that's had to do it on Saturdays and Sundays because they've not obviously got the actual time dedicated from work, so I'd just say go for it. If it's something you want to upskill and obviously make your life better and obviously get a better job, then that's definitely something I'd do.